Okay, so mixed question. So if we look at this here, 728 take away 33.2. Well, when we take away, we need to line up the values. Now 728 and 33.2, it's important to recognize that decimal point there would go here, okay? Just like the decimal point is here after the 728. So you'd have 33 then 0.2, and then 728 point, well there's nothing there, so you could put a 0 there, okay? And we need to take away, alright, so when we take away, we underline take away. Now 0 take away 2 we can't do, so what we do is we borrow from this 8, cross it off, make it a 7, and then the 1 that we borrow we put here. So 10 take away 2 then is 8, 7 take away 3 is 4, 2 take away 3, well we can't do that, okay, otherwise it'll be negative and we don't want that, so we borrow from the 7, make it a 6, and the 1 we borrow we put that, so we have 12 take away 3 is 9, 6 take away, well there's nothing there, so 6 take away nothing is 6. So there's your answer, and don't forget to put the decimal point here so they lined up, 694.8. Okay, the question 2, BODMAS. Okay, so with BODMAS here you do the brackets first, so 47 take away, the brackets there become 9. Okay, so work out that bracket, 3 plus 6 is 9, okay, times 2, and then with BODMAS you've got to take away and then multiply, or subtract and then multiply. Of course you've got to multiply first, so 47 take away 18, and work that out, you get 29, okay, so there's my answer there. Question 3, again I suppose it's using BODMAS, right? You need to work out this, firstly the power, in this case it's the cube of 3, so if I work that out, 3 times 3 times 3, that's what 3 cubed means, 3 times by itself and by itself again. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, so I work that out, so then 2 times 27 is 54, so there's my answer there. Okay, how many quarters are there in 3.5? Well, if you think about it, in a whole, there are 4 quarters, aren't there? Yeah? There are 4 quarters. So in 3 wholes, there are going to be 12 quarters, yeah? 12 quarters. And then in a half, if you think about a half, it will just be half of this shape here, so there'll be another 2 quarters. So in total, you've got 4 and 4 and 4, and 2 is 14 quarters. And question 5, write this as a mixed number, so 9 into 40 goes 4 times, yeah? And there's 4 left over 9, okay? So if 9 into 40 goes 4 times 9 is 36, so there's 4 left over. The cube root of 8 is simply 2, okay? Because if you think about it, cube root is the opposite of cubing, and if I was to cube 2, okay, if I was to work this out, I would get 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. Okay, so when you do the cube root of 8, you're actually working backwards. You're thinking, then what did I times by itself and by itself to get 8? And of course, it's got to be 2. Okay, calculator shows this display here. Round the number to 2 decimal places. Now, when you do 2 decimal places, obviously these are digits after the decimal point. So these 2 here. So I draw a line after the 2 digits decimal point, and then I check this one after that line, and it's a 9. So with this one it's a 9, because it's 5 or more, okay, I then need to round that up, so I end up having 2.17. When it says 2 significant figures, that's not anything to do with decimal places, okay, you look for the most important number basically, the first number that isn't 0, which is here, 2, so if I write up the number again, first significant number is a 2, the second significant number is a 1. So those are the first 2 significant numbers, and I draw a line there. I now check that number, and because it's 5 or more, I've got to round this up to a 2, so my answer will be 2.2. Okay, question 8. The reciprocal of 4/5 is, well, remember the reciprocal, you just flip the fraction. Okay, so 5 over 4. Question 9, what percentage of 400 is 120? Now this is like here it's like saying I got 120 out of 400 in the test. Okay, and I would write it like that. Okay, I would write it like that. So, you know, if you got that in the test, you want to know what percentage you got. And of course, percentage is out of 100. So what we can do with this fraction is scale it down. Okay, so we can scale it so that it is out of 100, like a percentage. 400 to 100, of course, you've got to divide by 4. You make it 4 times smaller. But if you make the bottom 4 times smaller, you make the top 4 times smaller. So you get 30. So 30% there. Okay, question 10 then. With the fractions, we want to add them. Now, when the bottom numbers are different, you need to get them the same. Now, in this case, 5 and 4, common multiple is 20. So to get 20, you times them by 4. So you times the top by 4, you get 12. Quarter then, to get that to 20, you times that by 5. Okay, so you times the top by 5. Now, when you add these together, then bottom numbers are the same. So you end up with 17 over 20. Okay.